Hi, this is Josh with Backyard Bounty, Arizona. Thought I'd give an update. It has been a while, but it's April the 9th today, and we had a break in our no rain streak finally. 66 days, I believe it was, no rain. I know the plants are going to like it, and I like it too, but that means also a lot of weeds to pull up. But let's take a look-see. Let's see here. Start with the passion fruit. These things have gotten gigantic. Pretty happy about that. This one survived the frost, and I didn't know if it was going to make it, but it's coming back. That one unfortunately did not. I had to replace it, so that's a new one. It's getting established right now. But this one alone has so many passion fruit buds on it. If anything that looks like this teeny little thing right here, focus there. It's not going to focus. Let's see, let's find a different one. Well, anyway, they start off really teeny. There we go, there's one. A little teeny tiny thing like that. And still not focusing. Come on, there we go. Little tiny thing like that. And they get bigger. Look like these. So anything, those little teeny tiny things, that's what they look like. And then you can see here, this is one that bloomed, but it looks like it's done blooming, and it's going to pollinate, and it's self-pollinating, thankfully. But we have bees, so that doesn't really matter. But then there's one that I saw that just finished blooming last week, and so I wanted to check on it, and then I was so surprised to see that it's already got this on it. That's a passion fruit, and it's already that big. And that's only been a week, so if they grow that fast, well, I'm going to be pleasantly surprised over this spring. Let's see here, what else we got? These are all the peas. All those little plants you see, those are all peanuts. Sorry. Peanuts. Just wanted to try them out. Those are sunflowers. I didn't plant those. Those are just leftover seeds that came from over here, and they went over here. I thought, why not? Just let them grow. That's okra. Those three there and that little one there. These are red onions. My brother gave me some red onion seeds almost a year ago, and I planted them, but they never came up. Then all of a sudden they decided to come up. So I was like, finally, why not? And the okra, I've never grown okra, but one of my staff members, she's from Missouri, she asked if I could grow okra. I said, sure, why not? And the figs, they've got their leaves back. Haven't seen any little figs yet. These are zucchini, and I never really wanted to grow zucchini again, but I decided to do something. I read online that if you do companion planting with dill, and if you can see here, every zucchini plant has some dill planted next to it. Squash bugs, I guess, don't like the residue or the oils or whatever the scent is that comes from dill, so they stay away. And I'm testing that this year to see if that's true. If it is, I might grow pumpkins, because I'd like to grow pumpkins, but I got totally ruined by squash bugs last time I tried. These are the grapes. You can see how massive they become. And this is after trimming them constantly. I've been having, you can see the trimmings on the ground that I did just this week. Last week I had to do it, and the week before I had to do it, because if I let them just keep shooting out all the time, then it would just get so overgrown. Besides, I want them to focus on, instead of growing new arms, I want them to focus on the grapes. They have so many grapes. It is unbelievable. You can see all these little bunches. Just imagine just all these tiny clusters so close to each other, and it's like that down this entire row. So it's absolutely insane. Let's check the blackberries. The blackberries, I gave them some of this organic fertilizer because they were iron deficient. That's the last of it remaining. They turned yellow, but they're coming back, thankfully. They're really happy. I mean, they grow like weeds. That's a tip for anybody that wants to grow blackberries out there. You better be prepared to control them, otherwise they will control you. I have to keep cutting back them as well. Otherwise they would grow all along this path, and I don't want to do that like last year. I'm trying to keep them out of the path so I have somewhere to walk. But they've got so many blackberries on there. Lots of flowers have been still coming, and they're Lots of little blackberries coming to be right now. None of them ripe yet, but give it a couple weeks. More and more. And these new shoots that are coming out, these are actually not part of the original plants, I don't believe. I can't see in there, but I think these are runners that are just coming out in between each of the plants, which is fine. I mean, I don't have any water to them, but if they're growing this well without me actually watering them, by all means, stick around. They're just new blackberry plants. As long as I can keep them out of the middle, I have no problem with them. And I've been keeping, and I keep seeing escape artists popping up in the middle of this path here. Like there's one right there that I didn't get. They're trying to establish themselves, and I don't want them to do that. But I've been trying to keep both of these vining plants in check by just trimming them every week. Jeez, look at all these grapes. It's insane. I mean, I'm gonna have to like make wine or something out of them, even though they're not wine grapes, but we'll see. And that's a huge escape artist that I'm probably gonna have to trim back. Pomegranate tree is doing really well. I trimmed it back some this year, but it's got way more flowers on it this year, and it's much, much taller. So I'm really hoping that the actual pomegranates are going to turn ripe this year. Last year they just never ripened. They got big and red, but they just never ripened. So we'll see what happens this year. That's the lavender bush. The peach trees, I've had to trim them up a little bit, cut off some of their branches, but they've also got tons and tons of peaches. Lots and lots of peaches. You can see them all there. All these peaches going all the way up. Lots of peaches. These are blueberries. This one's the only one that didn't decide to come back, so I'm gonna have to replace that one. But the others, they seem okay. I mean, they're growing. I've never grown blueberries, but they apparently need really acid-like soil, so we'll see what happens. The other peach tree, lots of peaches, just everywhere. And then over here, kind of skipped a part. These are peas. I already picked them. That one's probably getting strangled, but it's alright. Regular snap peas. Roma tomatoes. They already got tons of tomatoes on them already. Let's see them in there. Those tomatoes. Lots and lots of tomatoes. They seem pretty happy. All these are Romas. And then those tomatoes there, those are cherry tomatoes, and one of them is like a sandwich tomato. This is another new thing I'm trying. These are black raspberries. That one, and that one. That one I had to order online, so it's still getting established. The one over here didn't make it. It's oregano and mint. Word of advice, never grow mint. You'll never get rid of it. Habaneros, they're still trying to come up. They will, they just take a while. And one banana pepper plant for the heck of it. But that's all for now. Sorry for the shakiness.